All right, today I have a little bit of a review, and also I've had a couple of questions about what my nail care routine is. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit and demonstrate. So the review I have is for Barielle Hint of Tint, these nail moisturizing treatments, as well as their Cuticle Conditioning Oil with almond oil. And I've used Barielle products before in the past and really liked them. I also really like their polishes, both their old formula and their new Procina formulas as well, which these are. They're also really good formulas for water marbling as well. So overall, I really, really like their polishes and their nail care products. So these three colors are, this one is Hint of Tan, this pink one is Hint of Pink, and this pale one is Hint of Nude. And I'm gonna show you what this looks like on in a little bit. But first I'm going to talk about the Cuticle Conditioning Oil, which is new to me. And I really like that it comes in this with this little dropper top. Okay. So my nail care process is this. So I've removed my polish on both hands and used cuticle remover, and I use Blue Cross Blue Shield from Sally's Beauty Supply. And basically I put a little and use my fingernails just to scrape lightly. And if need be, if I have color, I take a little nail brush and brush, and the Blue Cross does a good job of removing fresh color stains. Now, as you can see, the nails on my left hand, which get polished almost daily, are a lot more stained than the nails on my right hand, which I've sort of been doing an experiment with, and have worn nothing but clear and top coat for several weeks now. I think it's 3 to 4 weeks now. I can't remember exactly when I started, and you can see those are not really stained at all. So I was curious about that, whether I could remove the stains, because these were also really quite stained. And it's not just all growth, because my nails wouldn't grow out that much in a month, but whatever it is, my left hand is quite stained from all the polishes that I wear. And it doesn't really bother me because they're almost always polished. And typically my right hand nails are too. Sometimes I'll just do a matching color, plain color. Sometimes I'll do the stamping on both. I rarely water marble on my right hand just because it's a pain, and my left hand is fairly useless. So water marbling takes me a lot longer on my right hand than it does on my left hand. But anyway, so I have removed and used cuticle remover. And so the next thing that I do always is I then put cuticle oil, and I sometimes use just pure jojoba oil. This oil I really like, that's new to me, that I've just started using, but I've been using it for the past several days, and I quite like it. It's a thicker oil, and it's quite viscous, but it does absorb really nicely and has a really nice feel. So what I'm doing here is just rubbing it into my nails and the whole cuticle and nail area on both hands. Okay, and I'll just take the excess and just rub it into the rest of my hands as well. And normally I would let these soak in for a few minutes, but it's not really necessary. So then what I will do is, is take a little bit of hand lotion, body cream, hand cream, whatever you really like. And I will rub that into my nails and cuticle area and the rest of my hands as well. And as you guys know, acetone is really quite drying. So I really like to moisturize my nails and skin with every removal. Okay, so now this is the part that I know is going to freak some people out, but again, I would normally give these a few minutes to just absorb in, and then I would paint right over the top of them. I don't remove these oils before I start polishing. And I know that a lot of people will say, well, you have to dehydrate and you have to remove all of those for polish to stick, but that has just not been my experience. Now, my nails may be a little on the unique side because everything sticks to my nails. I mean, I have no issues, no problems with any brand of polish. They all stay about the same on me. With top coat. I mean, the base coat doesn't matter for me, and if anything, everything sticks too well. The peel off base coat, I have trouble getting to peel on me sometimes, unless I use a lot of glitter polish or many coats of a regular polish. And I have to use 2 coats of the base coat to really get it to peel. Otherwise, it really sticks to my nails like super glue and just won't come off. So again, my nails might be different than yours, and if you need to hydrate, then do. Because I haven't given it time to absorb, I'll take just a tissue and just wipe off the excess because I don't want it swimming in the oils, but really that's about as much as I will do. Okay, then I will go in and polish. And I'm just going to apply this Hint of Tint Nude directly on my nails. One trick that I learned from Claire Stell on Instagram, Claire Stell 8 on Instagram, Claire O'Sullivan, is I use white a lot for as a base, for water marbling, for gradients, for a lot of nail art. I use white a lot. And because I use the white, I don't bother putting a base coat as well, since I'm not really, I think, going to get staining from the white. It's normally when I wear other colors that I do that. Okay, so as you can see, this has a pretty runny formula because I think it's meant to be a sheer polish. So I'm gonna go with thinner coats here. And try not to flood my sidewalls like I did on the first 2. Okay. What I have actually suggested and recommended to Barielle is that they do this in a white, just because a lot of nail artists use white as their base. So instead of these sort of nude and neutral colors, but we'll see, because this is supposed to be a moisturizing formula, just like moisturizing base coats. So I think that would be a handy thing, because moisture is always good. So this is not the normal pose in which I polish, so I apologize if this looks messy, but it is really hard to polish on camera. So kudos to all of you guys who can do that, but normally I have my nail up on something and so I can see it, and it's just much closer to me than this. As you can see, I have pretty ridgy nails, especially on this ring finger and on my thumb. They're the worst in terms of ridges. And I find that keeping them moisturized with oil and hand cream helps with the ridges. And also keeping them constantly polished, because my breaks and chips almost always occur when I don't have polish on. So that's 2 coats, and that is definitely good enough for a base for a water marble, since they don't have to be perfect. But I think with 1 more coat, I could get that pretty opaque. Enough to wear alone, if that's what you prefer. And for those who prefer just sort of a sheer natural formula, I think that works as well. Anyway, thanks for watching.